Hello and welcome to Make Coral Happy. In this video, I'm going to be going over my general maintenance schedule with my fish tank. And that's about all that I do for the day. But all jokes aside, this fish tank is very low maintenance, and I'm going to go over some of the things that I did to get it here. First things first though, what do I do daily right now? Well, right now all I do daily is feed, and not even daily, that's only when I remember. The only thing that I do daily is look at it, really make sure none of the corals are struggling, and kind of just admire all the work that I've done. As far as scraping the glass, I scrape the glass maybe every 2 to 3 days. I try not to do it every day because, I scraped the glass yesterday, why would I need to scrape it today? It's pretty dang clean, I didn't miss any spots. As far as feeding, I'm feeding these dry hatchery marine pellets for the clownfish. Everything absolutely loves to eat this stuff, and I haven't had an issue with it yet. I also think that it's pretty great for not building up too many nitrates. It's a slow sinking pellet which gives the fish a lot of time to catch it. Now weekly, what I do instead of scraping and feeding the fish is admire it as well. You see, reef tanks are very slow biodiverse ecosystems, which means that it's going to take a long time for things to happen, which means I don't want to put my hands in the tank very often at all. So as far as my hang on back filter back there, I don't really clean it. I haven't cleaned it in over a year. I used to clean it every single water change, and then I finally realized that that's the reason I still have diatoms, is because I never allowed the correct bacteria to build up and remove those diatoms from the water column. I really make sure not to mess with my lighting or my flow. Every time I do, it's usually because my corals are looking great and I'm like, oh, I should add some more flow, and then bam, everything stops doing so well. So the key is just to leave your lighting and leave your flow exactly the way they are. I'm going to be coming out with a video about my lighting schedule here soon. So if you want to see that, go ahead and drop a subscribe. It would absolutely make my day. Now the next question that I get asked a lot is, what do I dose? What am I dosing? How do I keep all of these corals nice and happy in this tank? Well, before we get into dosing, we should start getting into algae control. What are some of the best ways to control algae? Well, as you might be able to see, I have a ton of bubble algae in my tank. So obviously I don't know how to control every algae, but for the most part, what I have found absolutely helpful in my experience is adding up fish that will just do it for you. Thank you. And I'm talking add a lawnmower Blenny just to eat all of the hair algae. I promise you, the lawnmower Blenny, if you have a hair algae problem, he will be your absolute best friend. He was my best friend. And the next thing that really helped me out, and it's something that I didn't think about when I was setting up this tank at all, is that you want to get something that's also going to control flatworms. Unless you are absolutely going to put in the work to not let a single flatworm ever get into your tank, you might get flatworms. And when you do, trust me, getting them out is going to be a challenge unless you're using something like Flatworm Max. But for me, it was a very simple matter of just getting either a wrasse or getting a mandarin dragonet to just destroy the flatworm population. So essentially what I'm trying to say is all of the major issues that I've had in my tank, I've gotten fish that absolutely cleared them up. So the mandarin dragonet cleared up my flatworm problem. You feel you're doing great. I used to have hundreds of flatworms. I got a lawnmower Blenny, absolutely started tearing it up. If you look at some of my super old videos, you could see how much hair algae I had and how much work he was putting in to remove it. And then I even have engineer gobies and a bullet goby in here somewhere, which actually I haven't seen in a while. But I have 2 engineer gobies and a bullet goby in here somewhere that absolutely put in the work to stir the sand bed. That was an issue I was fighting with for a long time as a new reefer. Was everything was pretty clean, the rocks were clean, the corals were opening up fine, but the sand bed looked atrocious. So I absolutely had to fix that, and the way I did it was with engineer gobies and a bullet goby, which is just a sand sifting goby that's a little less sand tornado-y. So finally, we're going to talk about dosing. What do I dose in my tanks, and what do I keep my levels for? What do I test for? And how do I maintain stability within these ranges? So to start things off, I'm using a Jabo auto dosing pump. It's a 4-channel pump. It's absolutely great. Currently, I'm only using 2. I'm gonna get the other 2 up and running. So right now I'm dosing reef carbonate for alkalinity. For calcium, I'm dosing reef complete. And for magnesium, I'm dosing for its RPM. I do also dose reef trace elements from Chem brand. And I believe that this is the reason that I get such decent coloration from this. So far, all of these products have been working wonderfully for me and have been super easy to use and dial into a specific range. So for ALK, in a perfect world, I would honestly run a little under 8, maybe 7.7, 7.8. Right now, this tank is at around an 8.4 and 8.5, which is absolutely alright. If you look it up online, you can see alkalinity ranges from 7.5 to like 12.5 DKH. That's insane numbers. I wouldn't try and get it up to 12.5 DKH at all. In my experience, I tried doing this. I got it up to maybe 9. And while a few of the corals were doing great, it absolutely just killed a lot of my corals. So a DKH of 8.5 is absolutely perfect. I'm keeping my calcium levels at 450 or above 400. As long as my calcium is above 400, I believe that all of my corals are getting enough calcium for great calcification. And I know this is true because if I let it dip to maybe 370 or something, I started losing coral. So your ranges really tell you a lot about your tank, but you don't know unless you're testing. I had no idea that my calcium was so low and my alkalinity was so high before I started testing. And the last thing is magnesium. I keep my magnesium at least above 1400, and that is a really high number. Magnesium really only needs to be at around 1250, maybe 1300. So by me keeping the range at a steady above 1400, I'm getting maximum polyp extension and everything is getting, just as much magnesium as it can. And so far I've found that this looks great with LPS coral. It gets me some great polyp extension. Overall, I'm getting a lot of flesh band growth, and a lot of the corals that were struggling before are coming back, especially double the size. But I think the main thing to keep in mind when you're keeping a reef tank and you're planning out the maintenance you're going to do is pick the right equipment. Just for an example, this is a 30-gallon tank. Why did I pick a 30-gallon tank? It's not just a 30-gallon tank. 5 gallons of this is 15%, which means that if I was doing a 1 5-gallon bucket water change on this tank a week, which I did for about a year and a half, it was a 15% perfect water change every single time. I didn't have to pull out 2 buckets, mix 2 buckets, do some crazy stuff. It's always been a 1 5-gallon bucket job. And this 30-gallon has made maintenance super easy like that. The next thing is the filter. You can see I'm using a Tidal 55 filter, which means this is the Tidal brand filter. It's regulated for a 55-gallon tank. I have it on this 30-gallon, so that way it's a little bit more powerful than what it needs to be. And it also has a surface skimmer, so it kind of helps get rid of some of these surface proteins that you're not going to be able to get rid of without an actual protein skimmer. Next thing is deep sand bed. Don't make your sand bed an inch thick. If your sand bed is maybe an inch thick, that's no good. So as far as your sand bed goes, you want to make sure you have a nice thick sand bed. Look at how thick this sand bed is. My rule of thumb is to use 2 pounds of sand for every 1 gallon of water. Obviously, a 30-gallon tank, this is 60 pounds of sand. I have 2 20-pound bags of white and 1 20-pound bag of black. Why did I pick white and black? I'm not too sure, but it kind of floats it in, and I think it makes it look a little cleaner because when it's pure white, I had a pure white sand bed, you could really see the diatoms, even in the smallest forms. So by getting this mixed sand bed, I'm getting kind of the best of both worlds, where I still get a white sand bed, but it's not, a disaster to clean sometimes. But there is one final thing that I would like to share with you, and that is that this tank has gone through it all. I want you to go look at my most popular video on my channel. It's old, the quality of it is not great, but it absolutely blew up because truthfully this tank has been through so much. And I'm telling you this because I don't want you to give up in making your own reef tank. This is absolutely a beautiful part of the hobby, and struggle and stress is just gonna come with it. There's nothing you can do about it other than learn how to deal with it and then how to prevent it in the future. And I mean, this tank has lost a ton of coral. It's had hair algae all over it, diatoms. I've had cyano covering every square inch of this tank. I've had power, I've had ick run through the tank and kill everything. Brown jelly disease, you name it. But being persistent and persevering and being able to create something like this will absolutely reward you in different ways. So just always remember that you can absolutely make this too, whether it's your 5-gallon tank or your 30 or your 50-gallon tank that you're messing with right now. It's gonna turn into this. If you stick with the hobby for like 2 years, it's gonna turn into this. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and drop the subscribe button. This is a new format for the videos. Never really came out with a video like this. It's obviously new. I'll get better at it. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and all of your tank issues subside. Peace! Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video. Make sure to join my Facebook group, Make Coral Happy. You can post all of your tank struggles or anything, even all of your accomplishments.